Hello everyone, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us. High pressure is certainly dominating the country right now. It is smothering the South Island, coming out of Australia and drifting out over the Chatham Islands, and that's where it's parked and keeping the South Island mostly dry while encouraging easterly quarter winds around the North Island. Easterlies, northeasterlies for the most part, although some of you might have a bit of a southeaster blowing across today. Temperatures though are actually leaning above normal once again. We've been nearly a whole week of daytime temperatures leaning above normal. The eastern side though, and the northeastern areas where that breeze is coming straight off the sea, you're about normal for this time of the year. Similar story around the South Island. And as we head into tomorrow, Wednesday, it's a similar story. These eastern areas are just about normal, while inland areas are definitely warmer than average, and leaning west is warmer than average as well. So this is how Wednesday looks. You can see that block of high pressure near the Chathams. There's another one out here over Australia, and that's aiming for the South Island. Meanwhile, to the north, all these low pressure systems, very weak. This one, if I just step off the screen, 1,008, that's 1,009, average air pressure is about 10, 13. So these are very weak lows that look more impressive because of the windier conditions south of them, thanks to high pressure. So if you took the highs away, there wouldn't be as many isobars, and those lows just wouldn't look even close to what they look like now. But there is a little bit of wet weather in there. So for the Wednesday afternoon, there might be a few drizzle patches and light showers coming in to the north and eastern sides of the island. As we go through into Thursday, even lighter winds for the North Island for a period. The South Island gets a bit of a breezy westerly for a time. It's a one-off. You don't really have a lot of those westerly winds in the forecast, but there's a bit of a cold snap just coming in briefly here on Thursday PM, and by Friday it's already clearing away out to the east. So it's a very short-lived burst of west to southwest winds, and then colder and then calm again as the next high from Aussie stretches in over the South Island. In the north, you've still got the easterlies, which are a little unusual in May to last this long. You've got a couple of showers in there, otherwise fairly dry. Now to the weekend, and Saturday sees high pressure ballooning out of Australia and back over the South Island. That's pretty much the forecast for the rest of the month of May, other than a couple of little blemishes in between. To the north, there is more low pressure stuck up in this area. It's barely low pressure, but it's just enough to keep those showers going along the eastern side. And you actually just might notice on Saturday a bit of a tilt to the southeast, which may just lower the temperature a degree or two by daytime for some of you. And we get to Sunday, no real change. The high is pushing out across the South Island. Southeast winds continue in the north with isolated showers, more likely along the eastern coastline than anywhere else. And western parts of the North Island leaning warmer than average. And there you go. That's the forecast right through until Sunday. I will see you again tomorrow as we take a bit of an outlook for next week.